They exist at the crossroads of ancient heritage and modern dynasties. Their family names command empires, yet you've likely never heard of them. These are the almost mythical heirs to some of Asia's most private fortunes. This isn't just a list of the rich, it's a journey into a super exclusive club. Today, we're counting down the 10 richest Jewish Filipino kids and heirs in the world. Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're venturing into uncharted territory, the intersection of Jewish heritage and Filipino lineage. It's a story centuries in the making, full of merchants, visionaries, and survivors who quietly built empires in the Pearl of the Orient. But who are their descendants? Now, let's be very clear from the start. This is a list unlike any other. We're diving into a world where documented history collides with financial folklore and modern myth. To create this ranking, we've pieced together historical archives, verifiable facts, and a whole lot of tantalizing speculation. Some names on our list are public figures, but many are whispers in the corridors of power, their net worths a matter of legend. The term kids is used colloquially, referring to the heirs and descendants of these fortunes, whether they're young adults or seasoned figures managing a family legacy. What we've assembled isn't just a list of numbers, but a collection of stories, of generational wealth, cultural fusion, and a club so exclusive some of its members are practically ghosts. So let's peel back the layers of secrecy. Number 10. The heirs of the Mactan industrialists. We begin our countdown in Cebu with a story that embodies the speculative nature of this list, a modern legend whispered among shipping magnates. This is the tale of the Mactan industrialists. This story is pure financial folklore. There's no public family name and no corporate registration to prove it. It's effectively a piece of fiction, but a compelling one. The legend speaks of a powerful clan with Jewish and Filipino roots that supposedly dominates a huge portion of the Philippines' cold chain logistics and industrial warehousing. According to this business myth, the family operates with such stealth that their name is unknown, yet their influence is felt every time a refrigerated container is loaded onto a ship in the Visayas. The story goes that a savvy entrepreneur of Jewish descent arrived in the Philippines after World War II. He married into a prominent Cebuano family, combining his business acumen with her landholdings. They anticipated the explosion of global trade and quietly built a cold storage empire, a critical, unglamorous part of the supply chain that became the bedrock of their immense, though entirely unconfirmed, fortune. Today, the heirs in this legend are said to be Ivy League educated, managing their empire through a complex web of holding companies that makes their wealth impossible to trace. Insiders who believe the story speculate the family's assets could be in the hundreds of millions of dollars. Again, this is a ghost fortune, one that is felt in business circles but has never been seen. The persistence of this myth in the tight-lipped world of Filipino business earns the legendary heirs of the Mactan industrialists the opening spot on our list. Number 9. The children of Mike Hanapol. Coming in at number 9, we shift from industrial myth to the very real world of rock and roll royalty. We're talking about the heirs of Mike Hanapol, a man celebrated as a pioneer of Pinoy rock. Mike Hanapol's story is one of a kind. As a key figure in the legendary Juan de la Cruz band, his electrifying guitar riffs and iconic songs like Laki Salayao defined a generation of Filipino music. But behind the rock star persona is a profound spiritual journey. Hanapol later re-embraced his Jewish heritage, which he traces to a Russian immigrant ancestor, and has even been referred to as a rabbi after studying his faith extensively. The fortune his children are set to inherit isn't from factories, but from intellectual property. During his prolific career, Hanapol wrote and produced a catalog of classics woven into the fabric of Filipino culture. This means a continuous stream of income from royalties and licensing. Every time Laki Salayao is played on the radio or streamed online, his estate earns. While concrete figures on his net worth are private, the value of a beloved musician's intellectual property can be substantial. His children, who have largely stayed out of the public spotlight, are the inheritors of this unique cultural and financial legacy. They don't just inherit money, they are the custodians of a significant piece of OPM history. The enduring popularity of his music ensures a significant financial inheritance for his heirs, placing them on our list. Number 8. The descendants of the Netzorg family. For our 8th entry, we delve into the archives of Philippine history to uncover a name synonymous with literature and civic duty: Netzorg. This isn't a story of flashy new money, but of a deep intellectual legacy. The Netzorg story in the Philippines began in 1911 when Morton I. Netzorg and his wife, Catherine, arrived as Thomasites, the pioneering American teachers who helped establish the public school system. The family became pillars of Manila's small Jewish community. During the dark days leading up to World War II, Morton was secretary of the Jewish Refugee Committee, working to help rescue European Jews fleeing Nazism. The family was later interned in Santo Tomas camp during the Japanese occupation. After the war, their son Morton Jock Netzorg became a preeminent bibliographer of Filipino history, building one of the world's most significant private collections of Filipino books and documents. Here is where documented history meets wild speculation. Rumors have circulated that the family's intellectual pursuits were matched by shrewd investments. The most tantalizing of these myths points to a multi-billion-dollar family office. Let's be perfectly clear, there is absolutely no public evidence to support the existence of this massive family office. What is documented is a legacy of profound contribution to Filipino scholarship. However, the sheer audacity of the whispers about a hidden financial empire places the enigmatic descendants of the Netzorg family at number 8.
Number 7. Haley Steinfeld. Breaking into our number 7 spot is a name that needs no introduction in Hollywood: the incredibly talented Haley Steinfeld. Haley burst onto the scene as a teenager with a stunning Oscar-nominated performance in True Grit, and her star has only risen since. From the Pitch Perfect series to joining the Marvel Cinematic Universe as Kate Bishop and voicing Gwen Stacy in Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, she's a Hollywood powerhouse. What places her on this list is her rich, multicultural heritage. Haley's father, Peter Steinfeld, is Jewish. Her mother, Cherry Domison, is of Filipino descent, with her maternal grandfather hailing from Bohol. Haley has often spoken with pride about her Filipino roots, making her one of the most high-profile Jewish Filipino personalities in the world. Her wealth is self-made and formidable. Her income flows from film paychecks, a successful music career with hits like Love Myself and Starving, and lucrative endorsement deals. It's important to remember that publicly available net worth figures are unofficial estimates from entertainment industry publications, not audited financials. As of late 2025, these sites often place her net worth at around $25 million. She is not an heir, she is the architect of her own fortune. Her accelerating career and growing influence make her earning potential astronomical. A true global talent, Haley Steinfeld storms onto our list at number 7. Number 6. The Zimmerman Duterte Heirs. Our 6th entry takes us from the glitz of Hollywood to the heart of Philippine political power. Here, we look at one of the most prominent dynasties in recent history, the children of Elizabeth Zimmerman and Rodrigo Duterte. The connection to our list comes through their mother, Elizabeth Zimmerman. According to family oral history, her father was a German Jew who fled Nazi Germany and found refuge in the Philippines. This ancestry, though not independently verified by genealogical records, would make their 3 children, Sarah, Paulo, and Sebastian, descendants of this Jewish lineage. Other sources simply describe her as being of German-American descent, making this claim a fascinating but debated piece of family lore. Their positions are powerful politicians. Sara Duterte has served as vice president of the Philippines, Paulo has held a seat in Congress, and Sebastian has served as mayor of Davao City. Their immense influence comes with their positions. The question of their wealth is complex. Their official statements of assets, liabilities, and net worth, or salients, declare multi-million peso fortunes, but for years, unproven allegations of vast, hidden wealth have circulated. These claims remain the subject of intense political debate. Their placement here is a nod to both their officially declared assets and the persistent, unverified speculation about a much larger fortune. This combination of political power, declared wealth, and the enduring rumors of undisclosed riches makes the Zimmerman-Duterte heirs an undeniable, if complicated, entry. We've just crossed the halfway point, navigating a world of legendary fortunes and powerful dynasties. We're about to enter the top tier, where the numbers get bigger and the stories even more incredible. If you're enjoying this exclusive look into a world you've never seen, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you don't miss our next investigation. Now, let's get to our top 5. Number 5. The Descendants of Leopold Khan. For our 5th spot, we rewind to the Gilded Age of Manila and the legendary department store La Estrella del Norte. The Star of the North was founded in the 19th century by the Levy brothers, Jewish entrepreneurs from Alsace, France. It quickly became the Philippines' premier luxury emporium. Under the leadership of another Alsatian Jew, Leopold Khan, the company entered the modern age. A true visionary, Khan is credited with introducing some of the first bicycles and automobiles to the streets of Manila, transforming Philippine society. He was a titan of industry and a key figure in the French Chamber of Commerce. The history of Leopold Khan is clear, but what about his heirs? This is where historical fact dissolves into a compelling financial myth. The legend claims that the family quietly liquidated their assets over the decades and used the capital to establish a secretive multi-billion-dollar venture capital firm. This entity, the story goes, now makes early-stage investments in tech and biotech, run by heirs who operate as brilliant, low-profile financiers. We have to stress there is absolutely no public evidence to support the existence of this modern Khan family office or its supposed billion-dollar valuation. The documented legacy is that of a pioneering merchant. The rest is pure, tantalizing speculation. Yet the story is so potent that it represents one of the most enduring legends of old wealth reinventing itself, claiming the number 5 position. Number 4. The Heirs of the Frieder brothers. At number 4, we find a story not just about wealth, but about incredible heroism. This is the legacy of the Frieder brothers, American Jewish businessmen whose actions in pre-World War II Philippines represents one of the most inspiring rescue stories of the Holocaust era. The 4 Frieder brothers operated the Helena cigar factory in Manila. As the Nazi threat grew in the 1930s, they turned their attention to something far more important. In a story that sounds like a movie, the brothers held poker games with powerful men like Philippine President Manuel L. Quezon and U.S. High Commissioner Paul V. McNutt. Over cards, these men hatched an audacious plan. At a time when most countries were closing their doors to Jewish refugees, they orchestrated a rescue operation using the cigar business to bring approximately 1,200 to 1,300 Jews from Europe to the safety of Manila. It was an extraordinary act that saved entire families. The historical facts of this Manila rescue are well documented. The speculation begins with the generations that followed. Financial lore suggests the Frieder descendants rebuilt and massively expanded the family's interests. According to these unverified rumors, the descendants built a colossal modern-day empire in logistics and industrial real estate, now allegedly worth an estimated $2 to $3 billion. To be clear, the existence of this multi-billion-dollar empire is pure speculation with no public evidence to confirm it. The confirmed legacy of the Frieder family is one of heroism. However, the sheer scale of the legend, combined with their incredible history, places the heirs of the Frieder brothers at a powerful number 4. Number 3. The Levy-Sonora dynasty and the Poe heirs. For our bronze medal position, we return to the founders of La Estrella del Norte, but follow a different branch of the family tree, one that leads directly to the pinnacle of Philippine cinema and politics. This is the story of the Levy-Sonora dynasty.
The story begins with the Levy brothers, of Jewish heritage, who founded the famed luxury store. Genealogical anecdotes, though not fully corroborated by primary records, suggest that a descendant of one brother, Adolph Levy, was Purification Levy Sonora. She would give birth to a child who became a legend, Jesusa Purification Levy Sonora, known to the world as Susan Rosas. Susan Rosas was the queen of Philippine movies, starring in more than 130 films. She married another cinematic legend, Fernando Poe Jr., the king of Philippine movies. Their adopted daughter is Grace Poe, who has carved out her own powerful legacy as a senator of the Philippines. The wealth here is a fascinating mix. The first layer is the speculative old money Levy fortune. Rumors persist of significant real estate holdings passed down through generations, but these claims are conjectural. The second layer is the immense wealth generated by Susan Rosas and Fernando Poe Jr. during their reign at the top of the entertainment industry. Today, Senator Grace Poe is the most prominent heir to this legacy. While her official net worth is publicly declared in her SALN, she is the inheritor of a lineage that carries immense cultural and, according to legend, financial weight. This unique trifecta of historical rumor, celebrity fortune, and political power places the Levy Sonora dynasty and its most famous heir firmly at number 3. Number 2. The heirs of the secret Sephardic bankers. Prepare to enter the realm of pure legend. Our number 2 spot is reserved not for a person, but for a myth so powerful it has captivated treasure hunters for generations. This is the tale of the secret Sephardic bankers of Binondo. The story begins over 400 years ago, during the Spanish Inquisition, which forced many Sephardic Jews to become conversos, converting publicly while secretly practicing their faith. Historical records confirm new Christians arrived in Manila as early as the 1990s, with some even tried by the Inquisition in Mexico for practicing Judaism in secret. From this reality, a spectacular legend was born. It tells of a handful of these families settling in Binondo. Using their international networks, they allegedly established a secret banking dynasty, accumulating staggering wealth in the shadows. The modern myth is even more extraordinary. It claims the descendants now operate a silent, multi-generational family office with a rumored asset base of over $7 billion. Let us be absolutely unequivocal. This is a myth. There is no scholarly or financial evidence to support the continuous existence of a 400-year-old Sephardic banking dynasty. No family name has ever been credibly attached to this legend. It is a ghost story told in the language of high finance. And yet, for its sheer audacity and its grip on the imagination, the mythical heirs to this secret fortune take the number 2 spot. Number 1. The Bachrach heirs. We have arrived at the number 1 spot. After a journey through myth and history, we land on a name that is arguably the most powerful in the story of Jewish Filipino commerce: Bachrach. The legacy of Emil Bachrach isn't just about wealth, it's the story of how the Philippines was put on wheels. Emil Bachrach, an American Jewish businessman, arrived in Manila around 1901. Starting with a furniture business, he quickly saw the future was the automobile. He secured the exclusive franchise for Ford vehicles, establishing Bachrach Motors and becoming one of the wealthiest men in the country. His ambition didn't stop there. He founded the Philippine Aerial Taxi Company, or PATCO, an early commercial airline and a precursor to modern air travel in the nation. His success was so immense that he financed Manila's first substantial synagogue, Temple Emil. The history of Bachrach's empire is public record. The colossal wealth his descendants are rumored to control today, however, is pure behind-the-scenes speculation. The narrative claims the Bachrach heirs transformed their fortune, going underground to build one of the largest and most secretive private landholding portfolios in Metro Manila. The myth has even evolved to include silent, massive investments in renewable energy and logistics. The estimated value of this hidden empire is staggering, with some theories placing it in the range of 8 to 10 billion US dollars. It must be stated emphatically that these figures are completely unverified. There is no public evidence tying a modern Bacroc family to these industries or this level of wealth. However, the scale of the Bacroc legend is unmatched. It combines a verifiable historical titan with a plausible narrative of old money transforming into a modern, invisible empire. For the sheer, breathtaking scale of the rumored fortune and its deep historical roots, the secretive and likely mythical heirs of Emil Bacroc are number one. And there you have it. From the mythical industrialists of Mactan to the legendary ghost fortune of the Bacroc heirs, this is a world of wealth few have ever seen. Our journey blended verifiable history with tantalizing myth, proving that at the intersection of these two vibrant cultures, some of the world's most fascinating fortunes, both real and legendary, were forged. Now, we want to hear from you. Which of these stories surprised you the most, and what other hidden histories should we investigate next? Let us know in the comments below. If you found this journey as fascinating as we did, make sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next investigation.